Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham and Sam Carlson. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an edge over your competition. If you want to be part of a movement that is taking digital marketers to new heights, this is for you. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode number 52. My name is Phil Graham, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how you can dominate your competition and dominate your niche using just one simple funnel and doing things the opposite of what pretty much everyone else does. Really excited to talk to you guys about that today. Before we jump into it, though, I want to remind you about our Facebook Ads course. We've got a free fundamentals course that teaches you the basics on how to start and run Facebook ads. So if you have not already picked that up, go to myelitegift.com and check it out. We've actually had people email us and say, hey, I learned more in this than I did in a course I paid a lot of money for. So definitely it's a great value, especially for free. It's myelitegift.com. Make sure you guys check that out. So this week, like I said, we're going to talk about how you can dominate with just one simple funnel. So I've been in the marketing and sales game and the business for over 15 years. And I've had so many different clients, both as a Facebook ad agency as well as consulting clients. We actually do both. We do done-for-you marketing services like SEO and Facebook ads and stuff. And we also do consulting. And throughout all the clients I've worked with over the years, I've noticed some similarities and differences. And so I started thinking about that. And I was like, okay, what is unique to the clients I take on that are already doing well, that just need, they want me to 10X that versus, what's the unique things that kind of match clients that are coming to me that aren't doing well, that need help. And one of the biggest things that I found is that the clients who were not doing well before they came to me were overcomplicating things. And the clients that typically were doing well were like really good at one thing or one way of bringing business in. And they focused on that. They focused on that strength. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, because I see a lot of businesses and a lot of entrepreneurs making this mistake, especially when it comes to Facebook ads. So they go out there and they run, 20, 30, 40, 50 different ads. And they've got all these landing pages. They've got all these email automations and all this stuff going. It's crazy. I mean, I know somebody that has a huge 8x10 whiteboard full of like these funnel graphics, and there's like 10,000 things on there. It's insane. And by the way, he's not making any money with it. It looks cool and people are interested, but it's not making him money. So it's a big mistake. Like as a business owner or an entrepreneur, think about this for a second. Think of all the things you need to try and focus on. Okay. Just in terms of like marketing your business, not even actually doing your business, should you be on Pinterest? Should you be on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, and all these different places, right? There's so many different social media properties that you could spend your time on. Should you be doing paid ads on Facebook ads and AdWords and things like that? Should you be doing content marketing? Should you be doing SEO? Should you be doing PR? What about networking? I could go on and on and on. You could literally spend the whole rest of your life trying to do everything and still not get to it all. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're an entrepreneur, right? I mean, there's so many things. So the answer is to actually do less and focus on one thing that actually works and then dominate, because nobody else does that. Everybody else tries to do it all. And it's very similar to advertising. If you advertise and you try and reach everybody, this huge general audience, you end up really speaking to nobody because it's not specific enough. And the same thing is true when you're running Facebook ads or marketing for your business. If you try and do everything unless you have a $1 zillion budget, you're going to spread yourself so thin mentally, physically, and financially that it's probably going to just bomb and not work well for you at all. And so you may have had that happen. And if you did, I just want you to know you're not alone, but there's a way out. So I want to share a quote with you guys from Bruce Lee. I'm probably going to butcher the quote because I can't remember it exactly, but he said something along the lines of, I don't fear the man or woman who throws 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the person that throws one kick 1,000 times, because they've obviously, like they are really good at that kick if they're focusing on just that one kind of kick. And the same thing is true when it comes to marketing and Facebook ads. Like if you have 50 or 60 different funnels, like if you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to run it by yourself, for example, or you're just starting out, that's insane. You should focus on one simple funnel first, master that, and then you can scale. I'm not saying don't ever have a bunch of ads and funnels. I mean, we have accounts where we have lots of ads, but by yourself or before you've mastered anything, if you just put out 50 or 60 different ads, that's crazy. That's not the way to do it in most cases. So what I recommend you guys do is to dominate just one way. Get really good at one way of bringing in clients. And then once you've done that, what you can do is you can then leverage that and you can scale that and then bring on a second way. All right. But while you're doing that, everybody else is going to be trying to do 1,000 things at once and basically failing at all of them. And you'll focus on one thing and get really good at it. And it'll be the one thing that really matters. Okay. So don't be like most people. Most people overcomplicate things. Most people go from shiny object to shiny object. That's why people take course after course and, they keep buying books, but they don't read past the first chapter. And then they go buy another book because they want their next dopamine hit. That is not going to get you success. If you focus on one thing and you master one type of funnel, that's going to help you more than just about anything else out there. You guys are being lied to. There's people out there trying to sell you these complicated systems and complicated ways of doing business. And for most of you, that'll actually be a fast ticket to failure than success. So in order to master one simple funnel, you have to choose what that's going to be. It could be AdWords. It could be Facebook ads. You're going to have to choose what that is. We have a couple of them, and we can, we've mastered a number of them. Once you master something, you can go on to another one and master another one. So I'm not saying you only do one forever, but you focus on that first. So one of the things that I would recommend if you, are kind of wondering what you should really work on or put into practice is start with a Facebook ad. Facebook ads are still super affordable, especially video ads. I still think that like the top 2 to 3 ways of getting business right now in terms of the most undervalued ways to market yourself are Facebook video and Instagram, and then also influencers. Those are like a couple of the top ways right now that are still undervalued in a lot of cases. So I would start with a Facebook ad, especially video. Okay. And what I would do is I would focus on creating the best ad possible and then send people that click on the ad to what I call a value bomb landing page. This is where you're going to be different than just about everybody else. When you advertise to cold traffic, those people don't know who you are yet. So before you ask for their email, before you ask for anything, you want to actually give value. And I call it a value bomb page because we want to like bomb them with value. Like we want to give them so much value. It's crazy. I've done this before where I've given something of value, some information, and they said, oh my gosh, like I learned more in your 5-minute free video you gave me than I did in a $4,000 course about Facebook ads. And I got a testimonial for that. Like, so you want to give really good value on that value bomb page. Once you've given value, it shows that, hey, you know what you're talking about, number one. And number two, it automatically gives you credibility without you having to brag about yourself. How many people out there do you see bragging about themselves and showing their fancy VS cars and stuff. Half of them are rented, by the way. But how many people do you see marketing like that? There's so many. But if you help people and give value, that's how you can show your credibility. You don't have to brag about yourself and be obnoxious. So dominate with a Facebook ad that goes to a value bomb landing page. Then further on down that page, you have an offer. Now, that could be an opt-in for a lead magnet. That could be a webinar that you're pitching. Could be something else. It's going to depend on your type of business and stuff. For me personally, my favorite is an ad to a value bomb landing page that leads you to a webinar. Also, sometimes I'll do a survey, and then whether they're doing the webinar or the survey, usually the end goal for me is a strategy call. I want to see if I'm advertising for clients, then I'm going to master that. I'm going to go from an ad to a value bomb landing page to either a survey or webinar and a strategy call. And then on that call, I'm going to do a blueprint that helps their business. And then they decide whether they want to work together further. And I've dominated that process. I feel like I can do that better than anybody in the world because I've done it so many times and I've gotten really good at it. So think about the type of funnel you can dominate. I don't have a lot of moving pieces in that funnel, and I don't have to, and I've mastered that. So I want you guys to know that whether you're selling a product or service, you can find the right funnel for you, and you can master that simple funnel. The key thing is don't overcomplicate it. Don't have too many moving pieces. It is good to have some automation and some follow-ups and retargeting in there. That's super important, but you don't need 500 steps. You don't need to spend weeks building it. You could literally build it in a day if you needed to. So that is really my message for you guys, is to simplify, especially if you're stressed out and you feel like you have a million things to do and you never get enough done. Sometimes you got to sit down and say, wait. You have to audit your time and figure out what actually brings in business and just focus on that, or what can bring in business. And for us, one simple funnel is what we like to focus on. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, make sure and let me know. You can reach me by going to elitemarketer.org. There's a contact us button on the page, and you could send us an email, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Also, if you guys ever have topics for future podcasts you want us to do, or if you have a guest that you want to recommend that we bring on the show, or if you think you might want to be on the show, if you're an expert, let us know. And we've never had a guest yet. We have a couple potential big names that are going to be coming on soon, but we are going to start taking on a few guests here and there. So if you have somebody that you recommend, make sure you let us know. And again, make sure you guys simplify your business. It's so much more enjoyable and usually way more profitable. So that is it for today's show. Podcast number 52 in the books. If you guys have any questions, elitemarketer.org is where you can find me. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about us, please visit fbadspodcast.com.